Hello students, in chapter number 6, Anatomy of Flowering Plants, we will discuss tissue system in this part 1 video. Let us first define tissues. What are tissues? A tissue consists of same types of cells that perform same function, or it is the organization of both structurally and functionally related cells. जब एक जैसे स्ट्रक्चर के सेल्स कंबाइन करके एक फंक्शन को परफॉर्म करते हैं, देन दे फॉर्म अ टिश्यू. इन प्लांट्स देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ टिश्यूज. नंबर 1 मेरिस्मेटिक टिश्यूज, नंबर 2 परमानेंट टिश्यूज. मेरिस्मेटिक टिश्यूज के सेल्स डिवाइड होते रहते हैं थ्रू आउट देयर लाइफ, while in permanent tissues cells lose the capacity to divide. Now what is a tissue system? ये एक लोकेशन पर डिफरेंट परमानेंट टिश्यू का कलेक्शन है जो सिमिलर फंक्शन को परफॉर्म करता है. इट इज़ द कलेक्शन ऑफ परमानेंट टिश्यूज इन अ सिमिलर लोकेशन परफॉर्मिंग सेम फंक्शन, और इट इज़ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ सेवरल functionally related tissues. There are 3 types of tissue system in plants based on their structure and location. They are number 1 epidermal tissue system or dermal tissues, number 2 ground or fundamental tissue system, this is the ground tissue, and number 3 vascular or conducting tissue system, this is the vascular tissue. Now let us study them one by one. First tissue system is epidermal tissue system. It forms the outermost covering of the whole plant body. Epidermal tissue system plant body की outermost covering को बनाता है. Epidermal tissue includes number 1 epidermal cells. These are the epidermal cells. Number 2 stomata. This is the stomata. Number 3 epidermal appendages like trichomes and hairs. This is the trichome. Now let us see their structure in detail. Number 1 epidermis. ये outermost layer है plant body की. It is the outermost layer of the primary plant body and it is usually single layer. This is epidermis. It is made up of elongated, these are the elongated cells, compactly arranged parenchymatous cells with few cytoplasm lining, the cell wall and a large vacuole. The outside of the epidermis is often covered with a waxy thick layer called cuticle. This is the cuticle present outside the epidermis and it prevents loss of water. Cuticle is absent in roots. Next, stomata. These are the pores present in epidermis of leaves. This is the epidermis of leaves. This is the pore, and these pores are called as stomata. They regulate transpiration, means they regulate loss of water from the surface of the plant body, and also they regulate gaseous exchange, that is exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, etc. Stoma is made up of 2 bean-shaped cells. These 2 are the bean-shaped cells and they are called as the guard cells. In grasses, the guard cells are dumbbell shaped. These are the dumbbell shaped guard cells present in grasses. Outer walls of guard cells. See the diagram. This is the outer wall of the guard cell and this is the inner wall of the guard cell. The outer walls of the guard cells are thin and inner walls of the guard cells are thick. Guard cells possess chloroplasts. You can see here, these are the chloroplasts present in the guard cell and they regulate opening and closing of stomata. This is the open stomata, this is the closed stomata, and opening and closing of stomata is controlled by the guard cells. Sometimes some epidermal cells surrounding the guard cells, you can see here, these are the epidermal cells which are surrounding the guard cells. They become specialized in shape and size and they are called as subsidiary cells. So these are subsidiary cells. Stomatal aperture, guard cells and subsidiary cells, they together form the stomatal apparatus. So number 1, number 2, number 3, they together form the stomatal apparatus. The cells of epidermis bear different types of epidermal appendages. Number 1 type, root hairs. This is the root and these are the root hairs. You can see here, these are the root hairs. They are unicellular elongations of the epidermal cells and they help to absorb water and minerals from the soil. Number 2 types, trichomes. These are trichomes. They are epidermal hairs on the stem. They are usually multicellular. Usually multicellular होते हैं. They may be branched or unbranched. Branch भी हो सकते हैं, unbranched भी हो सकते हैं. They may be soft or stiff and they may be secretory also. कभी कभी ये कुछ secretions भी release करते हैं and also they prevent water loss due to transpiration. Transpiration से होने वाले water loss को भी prevent करने में help करते हैं. Second type of tissue system is ground tissue system. It consists of all tissues except epidermis and vascular bundles. Epidermis और vascular bundles को छोड़कर बाकी सारे tissues ground tissue system में आते हैं. They are simple tissues either made up of parenchyma, collenchyma और sclerenchyma. Parenchyma cells कहाँ present होते हैं? They are present in the cortex, in the pericycle, in the pith region and also in the medullary rays in the primary stems and roots. Leaves पर आइए. In leaves, the ground tissue consists of thin-walled chloroplast containing cells. These are the thin-walled chloroplast containing cells and they are called as mesophils in the leaves. Third type of tissue system in plants is vascular tissue system. It consists of complex tissues, xylem and phloem. This is the vascular tissue containing xylem and phloem. Here also you can see this is xylem, this is phloem. They form the vascular tissue system. Xylem and phloem together constitute vascular bundles and based on the presence or absence of cambium, cambium present है या cambium absent है, इस basis पर vascular bundles are of two types. Number 1 open type and number 2 closed type. Now let us see their structure. See the two types of vascular bundle. Number 1 open type vascular bundle. In this cambium is present between phloem and xylem. You can see the diagram. This is phloem, this is xylem and between phloem and xylem cambium is present. This is the open vascular bundle. So vascular bundles can form secondary xylem and secondary phloem tissues and these are found in dicotyledonous stems. Second type is closed type vascular bundle. In this cambium is absent. See the diagram here. This is phloem, this is xylem, but there is no cambium present between phloem and xylem. So this is the closed vascular bundle. Hence they do not form secondary tissues and they are found in monocotyledons. Next classification of vascular bundle is on the basis of arrangement of xylem and phloem. On this basis, vascular bundles are of two types. Number 1 radial type. This is radial type. Here xylem and phloem are arranged in an alternate manner on different radii. See the diagram. This is xylem, phloem, xylem, phloem, xylem, phloem, xylem, phloem. They are arranged in an alternate manner on different radii. These are seen in roots. Second type, conjoint type. These are conjoint type of vascular bundles. Here xylem and phloem are jointly situated at the same radius of the vascular bundles and usually phloem is located on the outer side of xylem. This is xylem which is present on the inner side and phloem is present on the outer side. Such type of vascular bundles are seen in stems and leaves. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for staying with me. Subscribe the channel to get the information about my new video. Thank you so much.